Hello my crafty friends, welcome back to Cardz TV. This is Mary and I am burning up. It is so freaking hot outside and I'm sure it probably is where you are too. So once again I'm thinking about winter time and decided to make another card with a snowman. So we're going to use Winter Woodland. Love that one. I haven't used it in a long time. And we're going to use one of the new Cardz TV stamp sets. This is for pre-order in the store. And this one's called Snow Day. And this is all about snow and snowmen and Jack Frost and anything cool. Which is what I'm thinking of right now. But today we're going to use Snowman Will Melt Your Heart. Right up here. And I wanted to show you the papers because you guys always ask me, where do I get the papers? We're going to use some white glitter paper for our snow. And this came from the Die Cuts with the View Christmas and Winter Glitter Cardstock set. I got this last Christmas. And I am hoarding this because it's got such beautiful glitter papers in there. And I use it very sparingly. I love that one. We're also going to be using some paper from the Echo Park This and That little 6x6 paper pad that my good friend Renee sent me. This one is called Graceful and it's got some cute papers in here. Love that bingo paper. And that's just a hint about something to come, guys. But there's some cute papers in here. So we're going to use some paper from there. And I got this huge stack at Michael's the other day. And I love these papers. Another question that y'all ask me quite often is, how do I match up colors and papers? Well, that's something about this stack. It has got so many matching papers. All you do, like you'll have some plaid with purple and green. Well, this stack also has paper with stars, which matches this. It's got some white with some polka dots. All these colors match. And we've got purples, greens. Look at all these. See, all of these will go together. Look, that many papers that you can coordinate together. Then we're going to get into some pinks and reds and blues, and they all coordinate. That's why I love this stack so much. And I know you're going to ask me the name of it. And this one is called Bold Basics. And let me get this out of the way, and I'll show you what we're going to be using. I've got some basil cardstock for the card base, and this is it's not a brick red or a cherry red. It's just a nice deep red. I really like this. It's got texture. It's nice and heavy. And this is a portrait style card. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this paper is from that Recollection stack. I love this one. It's going on next. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take, before I show you the others, I'm going to take some Tim Holtz Tea-Dye Distress ink, and I'm going to ink around this. It's got a white core, and I don't like white edges, and I forgot to do that ahead of time. So I'm not going to make you watch me do this, but I'll go ahead and get all these edges inked up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the rest of the card. Okay, I got my edges all inked, and I've got this adhered down to the card base. And next, we're going to add another red mat, and then this cute paper from the Echo Park stack, and I've inked around it as well. And what I've done to this red mat, I took my EK Success Snowflake Punch. Love this. And I just punched out a white border, and I've attached it to the back so that that's going to show a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the red border. This red mat is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And then this little mat, and I think it looks like snowflakes, even though it's not. But I thought it went really well with the reds and the other paper. This little mat is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this first, and then we're going to put it on the front of our card. I'm loving the way this is going. I think it's going to be really cute. I'm getting cooler already, aren't you? I forgot to tell you what I did for this white snowflake border. I cut a strip of white cardstock about 2 inches wide, and it was longer than what I actually needed for the front of the card, and I just punched the whole strip. I adhered it to the back of the red, and then I trimmed it off at the ends of the red mat, so it was exactly the length that I needed. And I've got it over to one side to allow for the snowflakes over here. Now, from Winter Woodland, I cut this little snowman, and I have never used this snowman before. I thought I had, but on looking back, I never did use that one. Let me find the manual over here, and I'll show you where he's at. We're not going to put him on yet, though, because we've got our little strip of white glitter paper that's going right down here. I almost forgot that, didn't I? I was so excited to get the snowman on. This white glitter paper I cut at 1.5 inches by 3 1/4, and I just tore the top so it would look like drifted snow. So let me get that on the bottom there. I'll go ahead and tell you about the snowman. I think he's so cute, and I love that he's got a heart on the front because it matches the sentiment so well. But you'll find this snowman in the Winter Woodland cartridge in the manual on page 47. There he is right there. I cut the bottom part of the snowman out of white cardstock at 4 1/4 inches. I cut his hat, the heart, and the bottom layer of his scarf out of that same red as the card. There, that is right there. You just hit shift and you'll get that. And then on layers, I took some ivory cardstock to cut the little pom-pom for the end of his hat, the fur on his hat, and then what makes the stripes on his scarf, and the 2 little pieces that show his eyes. All that was out of the ivory cardstock, and it was all cut at 4 1/4 inches, and I just put him together with my 2-way glue pen, and he's on 2 thicknesses of foam tape. So I'm going to get this glitter paper adhered, and then we can put him on. And the last thing we have to do, oh, we got to cut another snowflake out. I almost forgot that before we add our sentiment. I'm using, once again, my favorite snowflake punch. This is Martha Stewart. And I just flip my punches upside down so I can see right where I'm punching. So I'll get that glitter paper on and my snowman. I wanted to add a snowflake right up here in the corner. And then here's the sentiment. And I've stamped this using some tuxedo black ink from Memento. Snowman will melt your heart. I love that. And I had some little tiny heart breads, and it's just so happened they're the same color as the card. So I've added those. I just punched a hole with my paper piercer, and I've got this on 1 thickness of foam tape. And this little mat, sentiment mat, I used white cardstock. This is 1 1/4 by 1 1/2 inches, and then I used some red for the border, and it's 1 3/8 inches by 1 5/8 inches. And we're going to add that right down here. So I'm going to grab my ATG gun, get everything stuck down, and we'll come back and take a look at this cool frosty snowman card. Here he is, guys. Don't you feel cooler just looking at this card? It makes me feel cooler. And can you see that glittery snow down there? Oh, that looks so nice. I think it turned out super cute. Love this little guy. I can't believe I've never used the snowman before. He's so cute. But there you have it, guys. Stay cool where you are, and I'll see you again soon. And don't forget now, you have one more day to enter the Christmas in July challenge over at my blog, cardstv.blogspot.com. just make a card with a snowman or a snowflake, or you can use both if you want to. So come on over and enter. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye now.